Hello everyone. Looks like it's working. Yeah, okay. I'm trying not to breathe so that everything works normally, and hopefully it's all good. Whew! I'm so excited to see you all here, and believe it or not,
everything works.
Oh, I hear myself. I'm sorry. Okay, believe it or not, but the next 2 hours are going to be amazing, both for me and for you. So I have prepared a huge webinar that is a lesson on the IELTS writing task 2, and also of course the sales of my Rocket IELTS course. That is, in my opinion, the most exciting time of the year because we only open registrations for the course several times per year. We don't do it regularly. We keep intakes very small so that everyone gets our most attention, and today is such a day when we open another registration and we will open the sales for the Rocket IELTS course once again. So prepare to educate yourself on the writing task 2, to learn lots of new things, to get inspired, and to get, of course, knowledgeable about how to write Band 7 Plus essays, and also prepare to learn more about the Rocket IELTS course, on how to join, how much it costs, how it is conducted, and all of that good stuff. I have my chat here on my phone, so I can literally watch myself there, and I also have the chat there. So if you have any questions, please just ask them away in the chat. It's created for you, and I will do my best to answer everything I can. I will take pauses during the live lesson and answer some questions, and also there will be some time at the end, dedicated timing for answering questions as well. So lots of possibilities to ask a question and get a response. Hopefully you have participated actively in the days 1 and 2 of the writing bootcamp, and that means that you have probably already got some feedback and you've probably already received some insight into your job, so that's not going to be the first today. Okay. What do we have in the chat? Okay, everyone's excited. Hello everyone. So glad to see you all. Okay, looks like we can start. So, I hope we will have a very productive session today, and that means nothing, hopefully, will disturb us, and we will channel all of our energy into productivity. Not just, like spending this time for no particular use or purpose. No, on the contrary, we want to spend this time very productively and maybe leave this live stream with a new approach to the writing section, or maybe a new inspiration to learn more and score Band 7 at the first attempt, or maybe a desire to join the Rocket IELTS course, which is just delightful for me because I love working with students on the course. So the duration of our lesson today will be approximately 1.5 hours, depending on how many questions I will get at the end. That might be prolonged a bit, but we'll see. If there are some problems with the video, please check your internet connection, because usually that's your own internet connection at your end that is breaking or maybe is unstable, because mine was just installed today and it's a huge device that like distributes the Wi-Fi network. I don't know how it's called properly. It should work normally, but if the video is breaking, please check your own internet connection, and keep in mind that there is a broadcast delay of 10 seconds, which means if you ask me a question in the chat, I will probably respond in not less than 10 seconds, probably a lot more. Okay. Questions, save them until the end of the session because we will have dedicated timing for questions at the end. But as I have already said, I will be able to answer some questions during the test. What? During the test? During the lesson, of course. I'm already thinking about IELTS. Wow, that's crazy. IELTS has taken up my brain. Okay, yeah, I will try to look at the chat while I'm talking, which is a challenging task, to be honest, and I will try to address some of the questions. Okay, good. You know, there is one thing that I really want to start off this lesson with, and I want to remind you that you are amazing. I'm really proud of you, of 63 people that I currently see live in the chat, because not everyone gets this far. This is the end of the day 2 of the IELTS writing bootcamp. We had a lot of information and activities before. We will have more tomorrow, and you know, many people just give up midways. They just can't make it to the live lesson. They can't be bothered. They just, you know, give up on the day 1 frequently because they don't believe in themselves. They don't have this confidence. They don't know that they, well, in fact, have and possess the abilities and knowledge already to score band 7, or maybe they will get the working approach or strategy that will help them score band 7 and above. They just don't believe in themselves, and I am very proud of you that they are currently with me, and congratulations on getting this far. You're going to learn even more. You're going to have such a deep dive into the writing topic that is today's lesson. The agenda. Let's talk about the agenda, what's going to happen on today's lesson. Oh, the chat is incredible. Everyone sends hearts. Oh, this is so nice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your warm words. Okay, the agenda. We will start from the generally applicable structure to any essay. This is something that you can use for any essay you're writing. Of course, we will move on to idea generation. We have touched upon this today already in the bootcamp. We had a big lesson on that in the posts on our Telegram channel. If you have missed that, please go back to the Telegram channel of the IELTS Writing Bootcamp and read the idea generation posts because they are incredible. I want to touch upon this again on this lesson because for some reason the idea generation is something that drives people crazy. I literally have no idea why, but people are so afraid of generating ideas, it hurts. So I'm gonna talk about that today as well. Then we will move on to the introduction, body paragraphs and conclusion in order to look more closely at them and understand how exactly they're structured, what kind of grammar, vocabulary, phrases you can use there, what kind of logic and coherence and cohesion you will use there in the introduction, body paragraphs and conclusion so that you meet the criteria and you can easily score band 7 and above. Essay samples. There will be some essay samples in terms of the separately introduction, body paragraphs and conclusion. When we will work on them, obviously I will show you some good examples. Please bear with me if there are typos. There might be typos. Unfortunately, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know that I am running on 0 sleep today. I did not sleep at night, not even 1 minute. And it might have affected my brain capabilities. So there might be some typos. So please bear with me. If you see a typo, just comment there in the chat, and just stay cool. It's not a big deal today because I apologize in advance, but I did not sleep at all. If you're curious why this happened, just go over on my Instagram stories. I have explained the whole situation. It was crazy. It was literal madness tonight. But yeah, it's all already in the past, and we are here in the lesson. And at the end of the lesson, there will be the Rocket IELTS course presentation, which is, of course, my favorite part. I hope it's your favorite part as well, because we will be talking about how cool the course is, how it can help you, and whether you need it or not. Spoiler, you probably do, because I have designed the Rocket IELTS course so that people don't have to retake the test. It hurts how many people in the bootcamp said that they have retaken the IELTS test for 2, 3, 4 times. Like, literally, go to the bootcamp chat and read people's stories. They have retaken the test for 3, 4 times. Every test costs more than $200 and that's a lot of money. And a lot of effort, a lot of time that was just wasted on retaking IELTS again and again and again. And I hate this. I don't want this to happen with any of you anymore. So this is why I created the course that helps you to score Band 7+ at just first attempt. Okay, the ideal result of today's lesson for me is that everyone leaves this live stream with a clear, like crystal clear understanding of what to expect at the IELTS writing module and how to write an essay that scores 7+. That's my ideal result. Let me know in the chat if this result corresponds with your vision as well. If you also expect something like this from today's session, I hope you do. Okay, I see there are already many questions incoming. That's great. Hello everyone. Hello. Please join in because we are starting the most interesting part. Augusta says that she liked mind mapping and ask 5 questions techniques in essay planning. Yes, I love them too. Like, this is the technique that helps you get through any essay and, you know, like, crystallize this argumentation or ideas that you might utilize for any essay. I have posted it today on our Telegram channel for the writing bootcamp. So if you have missed it, definitely go there and have a look. Right. How do you get the most of our lesson? Let's just get briefly through that. I really want you to focus. Like, literally, I'm not kidding. Turn off your phone, or at least turn off its volume. Make it silent, please, because no one wants to get interrupted. And of course, you don't want to get interrupted because you are working for your future. You are working for your best IELTS result that will open doors in front of you across the globe. So trust me, you don't want to be interrupted. So just turn off your phone and focus strictly on this session. Invite your friends to join as well. I see a typo already. Probably you do. I know that session is written with 2S. I'm sorry, I did not sleep. Yeah, invite your friends to join. You have the link, just send them the link, share the good word, share the good information, and this incredible lesson, because I think it truly is. I know I'm probably not humble, but I've spent too many hours on this and I really want you to enjoy that. Okay, be active. Please ask questions. Stay active because this is your chance to clear all your doubts about IELTS and specifically about IELTS writing. I will be answering a lot of questions, like a lot, as many as I can possibly master today. And of course, take notes. Prepare to write down the most useful ideas and tips. Get a pen, get a notebook, and just write them down. It's the perfect way of memorizing stuff when you write it down with a pen in a physical notebook. So please do it, because there will be a lot of interesting info today that you don't want to lose. And I just want to remind you that this lesson's success is a shared responsibility. That's 50% of my work, but that's also 50% of yours. If you don't work, if you're not focused, if you're not interested, if you're drifting away in your thoughts, if you're not taking notes, then probably you will not really progress. You will not really improve. You will not see any change after the webinar, which is a shame. I don't want this to happen. So half of the work is on me, but remember, half of the work is on you. So please be active, be engaged, and focus. Okay. And the last word until we start, take photos, take videos of this live stream, take selfies of how you are watching me. Oh, I'm sorry, that was my phone. Like literally, like this, take a selfie and upload it to your Instagram. Tag me so that I can see you taking part in this wonderful lesson. I can't really see you. I don't have any feedback except for the chat, and I really want to have this real personal one-on-one talk with every one of you. Like, I wish we could go for a coffee with every one of you guys, but unfortunately we can't. What we can do is you can post on your Instagram how you're watching this live stream. Maybe you're in your bed, maybe you are somewhere on your, I don't know, a vacation, maybe you are in a car, maybe you are in this good solid study setting taking notes. Just take a picture, upload it on Instagram, tag me. I will see it, and I will be very happy to have this kind of connection with you. And also take pictures of the slides that you like the most and upload them as well, so that I can see what exactly was the most important and the most fruitful to you. Right. Let's begin, and we usually begin our live lessons with meetings, with introductions, because the community matters. Just tell me briefly, where are you from in the chat? Where are you guys from? What do you think? Not think. Yeah, just let me know. I will read where it goes from, because do you know that in the writing bootcamp we have people from more than 30 countries? 30 countries. This is just crazy. Okay. Answers: India, Italy, Bangladesh, Turkey, Uzbekistan, Thailand, India, Mongolia, Mexico, United Arab Emirates, India, Uzbekistan, Russia, Vietnam. Wow! Do you see this diversity? This is incredible. Like, the power of our community is something else. Okay, why do you guys need IELTS? Do you need it for work, for study, for something else? What do you have in mind? And then the next question will be, what is your level? Like, these are some examples of how people usually introduce themselves in a chat. You can also use this example to introduce yourself, because I'm very interested every time to learn from where everyone is. What do you do for life? Why do you need the test? And what is your level of English? Because this really helps me to build my lessons in a better way, because I can deliver you tailored knowledge, information in a very specific way when I understand why you need to take the test and what is your level. Okay, for study abroad, for work, for study abroad, I see that the majority of people want to study abroad, and the target score is 8777, totally achievable. I scored 9 on reading and listening at my first attempt, So that's totally achievable for you to score 7, don't worry. Immigration, study abroad, work, personal development. Congratulations, personal development. I just salute you. I think that's great to take the test for personal development of the language level, for example, or just for yourself. That's great. For study and moving abroad, for study, master's degree, study. Okay, good. Moving on. You know that my mission is to help you become an IELTS superhero, like not just a candidate, not just someone who takes IELTS many times and fails 2, 3, 4 times. No, I want you to become an IELTS superhero. Someone who is not afraid of the test, someone who knows how exactly to tackle all questions, someone who uses effective strategies to score 7 plus at the first attempt without wasting all that money and nerves and effort. I just can't think about that. Hopefully my mission gets, like brought to life. It gets fulfilled. It gets I think brought to life is the best word, because we usually bring our dreams to life, but also I want to bring my mission to life. And hopefully I really do help you guys to understand the IELTS test better. And I have also prepared a gift for everyone who watches until the end. I will send this slide deck with detailed task to structure analysis so that you don't need to take really screenshots, because there will be a lot of learning, and I know that everyone will try to take a screenshot. You don't really have to do it, because everyone who watches until the end will know how to get this slide deck in PDF so that you can use it later. Right, so let's start from the general essay structure. How do you like the design, by the way? Like, this is the first time I've gone all out for this space design. Love this theme. It's very connected to the Rocket IELTS course. Okay, I see a question. How could we improve our writing? Oh, Amar Saad, you have come to a right place. We are started talking about the writing improvement, and we're starting from the general essay structure. I bet you know that there are 4 paragraphs to a writing task to essay. There is an introduction, there is a body paragraph 1, a body paragraph 2, and a conclusion. 4 paragraphs in a typical IELTS task to essay. It doesn't matter whether you're taking IELTS academic test or IELTS general, doesn't matter. The structure will stay the same regardless of the type of question you have. It's quite rare to see people writing 5 paragraphs or 6 paragraphs. In fact, it's not really needed. Like, just get it out of your head. You don't need this. It takes more time, it takes more effort, it takes more brain activity to develop like more ideas and what to write in that extra paragraph. It just makes no sense. It's not graded. You don't get extra points for writing more paragraphs. This structure is the ideal one. Introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and conclusion. Why do we have this structure? Let's see. In the introduction, we usually paraphrase the question and answer the question. Why only 2? Well, the first sentence is always the paraphrase. Again, like, why the paraphrase? Let's ask a lot of whys today, because asking the why question really helps us to get into the depth of understanding. So we paraphrase the question because this is how the examiner can examine your level of vocabulary. This is how they test your vocabulary reach, how wide it is, how saturated it is, how rich it is with words and synonyms. So the first paraphrase of the question is really a test of you, whether you can or cannot use different kinds of synonyms. Be aware though that synonyms is not the only way of paraphrasing. On the Rocket IELTS course, we talk at least about 5 different ways of paraphrasing. 5 different ways, guys. It's not only synonyms. So the first sentence is always paraphrase of the question. Then the second and maybe the third, there might be 2-3 sentences in the introduction. This is the answer of the direct question that you have in the task. For some reason, people waste this space by writing their I don't know, this essay will discuss what I think on the subject of education, and there is no answer in this sentence. It's just watered down text. We don't want this. We want our sentences to be very precise, and we want to answer the direct questions in the introduction. I will show you a bit later what exactly I mean. Next comes body paragraph 1 and 2. Every body paragraph starts with a topic sentence. If you don't know what a topic sentence is, well, this is a sentence that basically consists of your main idea, the main idea for the body paragraph, the main idea, the main answer, I would say, because like there usually are 2 questions in the task. So the body paragraph 1 answers the first question, and the body paragraph 2 answers the second question. So this is why the first sentence is always the sentence that introduces your answer, your main idea of the body paragraph. Please don't waste this precious sentence for writing something like this. Well, we all know there are many pros and cons of education, but let's look more closely into them. This sentence does not give you any information. It's just water. It's just words that don't have meanings. You never answer any question here. You never give any idea here. You never get out an argument here. Just say words that do not have meaning, truly. So this is why the first sentence is not something like this, like a preface, like an introduction, because you have already had one. You don't need another one. Just state your answer in the first sentence. We will talk about that more in detail today. Then goes explanation. Why exactly you think this? So in your first sentence, you state your answer, what you think, your opinion, your idea, and then in the second sentence, you explain why exactly you have this this thought or this statement or this idea. And then in the number 3 of your sentences, you will most likely give an example. Of course, you might expand your explanation to 2 sentences. You don't need 1 sentence only. It might be 2 sentences. It's not that you stick to any kind of a rigid framework. No. Might be 2 sentences, and then usually we have an example. You just give an example that backs up what you said in the topic sentence and in the explanation. Same basically happens in the body paragraph 2, where you have a topic sentence, then an explanation and an example. So it's clear that we have one main idea per body paragraph, right? This is the most important thing that I want to channel to you. There is one main idea per body paragraph. Don't try to shove into this poor paragraph 10 different ideas, because it just makes 0 sense. You are not graded on the number of ideas. If you go to the official band descriptors, there is nothing about the number of ideas. But what there is how relevant your ideas are and how fully developed they are. This is what you must pay attention to. Okay, questions. I see a question from Zafar Karimov, who says, what is your score in IELTS exam? I scored band 8 in IELTS academic at the first attempt. Could you please show us a full structure of the essay? Yes, this is what I'm doing right now, and we have the conclusion left. And in the conclusion, you summarize questions and you summarize your answers. So you summarize what was given to you as a preface, as a task, and then you summarize your own ideas, suggestions, I don't know what else, opinions that you might have given in the essay. This is a summary. Never introduce anything new in the conclusion. The conclusion is not a place to introduce new arguments, new examples, new ideas. No, there must be nothing new in the conclusion. There must be only the ideas and arguments that you had in body paragraphs 1 and 2, summarized and again reiterated in a different way, paraphrased, so that you can show the examiner the richness of your vocabulary. Good. Let's dig deeper into every section of this structure that I showed you. The first one is introduction. So again, we remember that in the introduction, we paraphrase the question and we answer the question. This is the main point of the introduction. We must show the examiner what the essay will be about. We do that by paraphrasing the question, and we do that by giving them our main ideas right in the introduction. For example, let's look at the example. Here is a recent IELTS writing task 2 topic. In contemporary society, everyone should have equal opportunities in education. Therefore, universities should accept equal numbers of male and female students in every subject. To what extent do you agree or disagree? This is quite a common IELTS essay, and let's look at how we write the introduction. Here is a full structure and a sample answer from me. So remember, in the first sentence we paraphrase the task. We take the task from the example and we rewrite it in a different way. So this is what I wrote. At present, this is the same as in contemporary society. It is expected that in every modern society people have equal opportunities in studies, right? We have this as equal opportunities in education in the example task, which translates to universities taking in as many female as there are males in every class, right? Which translates to is a paraphrase of therefore. Universities taken in is a paraphrase of universities accepting. And then we have females and males. That's basically a bit of a change, because we use the plural form of females and males, and in the task we had the singular form. We also paraphrase subject to the class. Again, this is what we got. At present, it is expected that in every modern society people have equal opportunities in studies, which translates to universities taking in as many females as there are males in every class. What do we do next? Next, we answer the question. What is the question here in the example? It's very clear, it's very straightforward. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Very clear. Let's answer this. You must give the direct answer right in your introduction. This is what I can say. I fully agree, or this essay fully agrees with this view, since such approach helps to straighten the economy and allows women to lead more versatile lives. Notice that I use the fully agree structure. I always advise to go for the fully agree, because it's quite difficult to write a balanced essay when you have two different views. When, like, the first body paragraph takes, the disagreement, and then the second takes a bit of an agreement, and then you try to balance them out in the conclusion. That's quite difficult, and to be honest, you will most likely lose points in task achievement, coherence and cohesion, and probably lexical resource. So I don't advise to do that. What I do advise is to go for I fully agree or I fully disagree, because this is much easier to structure, this is much easier to write, and much easier to come up with arguments for. Okay. Let me read the chat and you read the sample introduction that I wrote and ask me any questions about that. Anwar says, I need reading lessons to improve my reading skills. Well, Anwar, you should go to my YouTube channel and watch videos about reading, because this one is definitely not one of them. What do you think, how many essays should we write till score 7+? I have no idea, because everyone is different. I personally prepared for 3.5 weeks, less than a month, until I took the test and scored band 8 at the first attempt. My initial level was B2, and it was quite a jump from B2 to almost C2 in 1 month. I'm not sure everyone can do it because I have quite a rapid mind when it comes to languages. Not everyone has that. Everyone is different. Everyone is unique. Someone takes years to get to band 7. Someone takes several days. Depends on your current level, depends on with whom you study. If you go to the Rocket IELTS course, then you will probably score band 7 by the end of the course, which is just 2 months. If you're completely alone, then you probably will take 2-3 years to master this, because this is not straightforward and not easy without a trainer, without a teacher who explains every step like I do. Do we have practiced several sample answers in this live stream? Yes, there will be several examples in the live stream, of course. I have a technical glitch as I'm traveling. Will I be able to watch this live stream later? I'm not sure. Maybe there will be a recording. I can't say for sure right now, but if you are a part of the IELTS writing bootcamp, then you will definitely have a notification about the recording if there will be one. Love from Bangladesh. Love from Russia. Give topics that usually asked in essay. Wow, how rude. Please give topics. Well, I will in the IELTS writing bootcamp. We will have that tomorrow. Tomorrow I will give topics that are usually asked in IELTS essays. Hi, I'm from India and I have just started preparation for my IELTS test to go abroad after 12th grade, so give me some tips how to prepare. Join the Rocket IELTS course. That's the best way to prepare for the test, because you will score band 7 at the first attempt after just 8 weeks of preparation, which is incredible. So by the end of this live stream, you will learn how much the course costs and how to join. The new intake of the course starts on this Monday in 2 days, on July the 5th, and what? Yeah, that's it. The new intake starts on July the 5th, and there is a link in the description to that video that you can follow and go to the Rocket IELTS course website, where you will read all the info. Okay, what else do we have in the chat? What else do we have? Any more questions about this particular example? Any more questions about this, or can we move on? Okay. How to participate in the boot camps? So the boot camps are usually advertised on my Instagram channel, my Instagram account, on my Telegram channel, and on my email subscription. Please follow links in the description of this video to subscribe to my Telegram or Instagram, where you will get notifications about the upcoming boot camps. Yeah. Okay. Can we get some templates too? I don't know if I have mental capabilities, because that's a lot of work. Ma'am, your course price is higher than any other market trend. You can offer a special discount in this pandemic situation. Yes, I can, and there will be a discount by the end of this live stream. For everyone who watches the live stream, there will be a secret promo code for a discount for the Rocket IELTS course, which I think is amazing. And don't miss your chance. Definitely join the course and use the discount that you will see by the end of the live stream. New tip, I always write first paragraph for agreement and second paragraph for disagreement. Oh, that's probably a bad idea. Why? Because again, it's very difficult to write a truly balanced essay. Please read the band descriptors. There is a very specific line for task achievement and coherence and cohesion, where you have to fully develop your question. When you go for both sides, sometimes you tend to develop one side more than another, and examiners like it a lot. Like they love to say that you have developed one side more than another. I don't know, this might be subjective, that this might not be very fair, but this is how it is. So this is why I do not recommend writing one paragraph on why you agree and one paragraph on why you disagree. You will most likely lose points in task achievement and coherence and cohesion just because it's very difficult to master them in terms of the balance. Okay, hello from Tashkent. I'm stuck in this course of 6 from writing. I have been recommended to read more scientific papers to boost it. Is the only piece of advice that can help me. Aziza, please join the Rocket IELTS course. We have a huge module on writing. Like literally, we have more than 10 lessons on writing, I think. You will write lots of essays. You will get feedback from our trainers. You will understand exactly your mistakes. You will get corrections. You will know what exactly to change and where to move to score band 7 for your essays. Like, this is the best thing you can do for your IELTS preparation. So definitely join. Find the link in the description box. We start on Monday. Augusta says, before writing any essay in English, I usually spend around 5 minutes for planning and generating ideas, as it was mentioned in the bootcamp. If I have clear planning, I can write essay easily. Yes, Augusta, I fully support you, because the planning time is the time that you spend on creating a skeleton of your essay. And a map, I would say, of your essay. Because people who don't spend time on planning, they just, kind of they build a building without any plan. They create a human without a skeleton. They move to another country without a map, you know what I mean? Don't do it. Definitely take time for planning at the beginning. What is bootcamp? The bootcamp is the free training that I give for different modules for 3 days. It's usually a 3-day long training. Elena says, I can't mark the person who said the price was high. Regular courses last 5-10 months and the amount is much higher. Yes, while I agree, regular courses are very long. I don't know what they're doing with students. Why should you take 10 months if your level is B1, B2, and if you're ready to work intensively? Of course, if you're not ready to work intensively, that's another question. And indeed, the courses on the market are very, very expensive. Like the IELTS Advantage course is $1,000. I don't know who are the people who pay for this course. This is just crazy, absolutely crazy. Can we take the IELTS course on other days, not the 5th of July? Is there any deadline? Yes, you can sign up for the course on the 5th, on the 6th, 7th, and I think the first week, like from the 5th to the 12th, the first week of the course. This is the week when you can still sign up, but then I think you will just have missed too much, so it doesn't really make sense. It's better to wait for another intake. Okay, let's move on. How much does the course cost? You will see all the prices by the end of this live stream with a secret discount that I will announce, and you can also have a look at the prices following the link in the description. Okay, let's move on. Another example, another sample introduction. So please read this example carefully. Today, more people are overweight than ever before. What, in your opinion, are the primary causes of this? What measures can be taken to overcome this epidemic? So please pay attention here. We don't have any essay type here. Like some people call this a direct question. I find this hilarious. I think essay types do not exist, to be honest. Well, they do exist, of course, because some people try to create this rigid frameworks of like essay types, but it's not really logical, because every essay is a different one, and if you know the logical approach to answering any question, you don't need to memorize any essay types. You don't need to hold in your hand those frameworks, because you possess the ability to logically express your ideas on paper in any way, shape, or form. Like, this is what we're trying to achieve, not memorizing random essay types. Here, this is a very unique type of question. We have two questions, and in the first sentence of the introduction we paraphrase. How do we do it? Currently, people suffer from excess weight more than they ever did in the past. What did I paraphrase? I use currently instead of today. I use suffer instead of just people being overweight. I use excess weight instead of overweight, and I use more than they ever did in the past instead of than ever before, right? So I have completely revamped this sentence, completely paraphrased it, not only with synonyms but also with grammatical structure. I have also changed the grammatical structure a bit. Right, next is the answer. We must answer these two questions that we have. You can call them causes and solutions. You can call them causes and measures. You can call them reasons and measures. I don't see any point in calling them anything. Like, I don't see why people are doing this. This is just a waste of time. You have two questions, you answer two questions. That's it. So, the first question, what in your opinion are the primary causes of this? I write, this surge in the number of obesity cases is most likely due to the easier access to processed food and can be mitigated by companies promoting health-related benefits to their employees. I have connected two questions in one sentence. I have mentioned the causes and the measures, both in one sentence. Have you noticed the typo? I see the typo. I'm sorry, I must remind you, I didn't sleep today. I'm very it is a shame that I see typos in my presentations. I don't like this, but we are all humans. It is how it is. I see the typo in the word easier. You probably do as well. So the answer, hopefully it's clear here. We answer both questions, and I did that in one sentence. What kind of vocabulary did I use here? I said this surge in the number of obesity cases. The surge is the same as an increase, a jump, a rise. This surge in the number of obesity cases, meaning that there are more overweight people than ever before. The number of overweight people is increasing. So this is why I use the surge. So the surge in number of obesity cases, and I paraphrase overweight people and generally the excess weight. I paraphrase it and use the word obesity. This is a very good paraphrase because it's a topic-specific word. In the band descriptors, you are asked to write topic-specific vocabulary in your essays, and this is something you're graded for. So make sure you know different types of synonyms or paraphrasing or antonyms for your essays in several subjects. Notice what else I do. I also use it is most likely due to the easier access. I don't see it is due to the easier access. I say it is most likely due to the easier access. And this is something English people do a lot. If you listen to natives, if you read books in English, you will see that people are not very direct. They are more mild. They are more cautious of what they're saying. They will not say, well, you know, the increase in the number of fat people is because they use processed food. No, they will not say this. They will be more polite, they will be more cautious, they will question their own thoughts. And this is what I'm doing here. I use most likely due to the easier access to processed food. I'm not trying to be the professor who knows it all. No, I'm just assuming that most likely this is because people eat processed food or pre-cooked food. Then, this can be mitigated by companies promoting health-related benefits to their employees. Great, this is the answer to the second question. Let's move on. And here I have highlighted what exactly we have in this example. So we have rich vocabulary. I've already talked about that. Words like surge, excess weight, processed food, mitigated, promoting, health-related benefits, employees. All of these words are some middle level, some high level, and overall we show how rich our vocabulary is because we know how to paraphrase. There are easy ideas. Please have a look at that. Easy ideas. Do not try to overcomplicate your ideas. Your ideas are not graded. You will not get a higher mark because you've come up with a crazy idea, with something, I don't know, like rocket science, something, an invention in your essay. No, you will not be given extra marks. Your band descriptors are very rigid and they only give you marks for task achievement, coherence and cohesion, lexical resource, and grammar range. They don't score and rate your ideas. So therefore, keep your ideas simple. Keep your ideas easy. We have talked about that in the writing bootcamp. I have shown you a lot of examples of how to brainstorm, or rather ask yourself several why questions to come up with easy ideas. We also have solid grammar here because we use more than they ever did in the past, which is a grammatical paraphrase from what we had in the example. We have, of course, the direct answer. We directly answered the question, 2 of the questions that we had in the task. What else? I also have referencing here. So I highlighted referencing in yellow. What is referencing? Referencing is something that contributes a lot to your coherence and cohesion score. If you want to score high in coherence and cohesion, you must use referencing. You must use words like this, that, those, the definite article, because these words, they work like glue. They connect sentences together. They help bring more value and meaning to your sentence, because readers don't drift away. They understand this. Okay, this surge, then he or she is talking probably about the surge from the previous sentence. Okay, it's all clear now. I see the full picture. So referencing helps to really see a full picture, to understand how specific words are connected with each other. Tense sequence. Here we use suffer and did. These are present simple and past simple tenses, and we also show how we know the tense sequencing, whether we understand what comes first, what comes next. Pay attention, there is no tense sequencing in the example. There is just one tense, but we spice it up. We make it even better. We paraphrase it and we add tenses, which of course brings our grammar range to the next level, which is amazing. I love analyzing essays. Do you like this format, by the way? Let me know in the chat whether this format of the live stream is understandable, first of all, for you, and also beneficial, whether you understand what I'm trying to say or not. Maybe you're like, what is this? What is she trying to show? I don't understand anything. So hopefully it makes sense and hopefully it brings you some value. Okay, I'm looking in the chat. What do you think of this format of essay analysis? For some reason, I don't see your answers. Oh no. Okay, I will have to go there again and reopen the video on my phone. I'm sorry guys. Takes time. Okay. Yes, I like it as you work hard on it. Yes, Manpreet, thank you. I do work hard on it. I'm glad that it looks like I worked a lot, because I did. And not only did I work a lot, but also I tried to make this visually understandable. Let me know in the chat if this is understandable. If not, please ask more questions. Because if you don't understand something at this point, you definitely have to ask some questions, because I want to help you understand better. And I will sip some water. Okay. Alina says, it is amazing. Thank you so much. I'm happy you like it. I'm happy that this approach is resonating with people and understandable. Perfect. Not many people are excited. Wow, I'm upset. Please, how can we get more lexical resources? I'm talking about the lexical resource right now. Hello. I'm analyzing this piece of introduction and showing you how rich the vocabulary can be, what words you can use. Take them down, write them down, learn them, expand your lexical resource. This is what I'm giving you. Please be more attentive. I asked one question, look it up. I can't look it up. Please repeat it, because I have a lot of messages and I tend to miss things. Elena says, it's cool, thanks. I can see the whole picture from this session. Wow, I am delighted and happy. This is exactly what I'm trying to achieve, to help you guys see the whole picture of how writing is structured. Okay, let's move on. We are moving on to body paragraphs. The body paragraphs are the meat of your essay. This is where the most exciting stuff happens, and this is where you get to show your abilities to generate ideas, of course. But please be mindful. In the introduction, we already answered all the questions. That means we already gave ideas in the introduction. So your ideas will not appear in the body paragraph for the first time, because for the first time they appear in the introduction. Okay, is this clear? I hope it is, because that's a very important thing, right? We answer direct questions in the introduction and we already introduce our ideas here. You might ask me, okay, Darian, but then that's a lot of repetition. We have our ideas and arguments in the introduction, we have them in the body paragraph, and then we have them in the conclusion. Well, yes, we do. And we do that because this is exactly what the band descriptors want from us. They want us to be repetitive. They want us to fully answer the question. And that means not to drift away from that, but to have one, maybe two central ideas in your essay that kind of go through it like a needle, like a needle through a tissue. Your introduction, body paragraph, and conclusion will have the same ideas reiterated in different words. It's very important to understand. Don't try to shove more ideas into body paragraphs. No. Keep it simple, keep it straightforward. Don't be afraid of repetition because it's good for your coherence and cohesion. Body paragraphs. So in the body paragraph, we first write a topic sentence. In the topic sentence, we state our ideas, we state our answers. It's very similar to what we did in the introduction right now, where we answered the direct questions, we will do that again in topic sentences. Then we have explanations or reasons. So we explain why exactly this is our idea, why exactly this is our answer. And then we back it up with some examples. So we try to give it a bit of a visual illustration and give examples to show people why we think this way, or why this is a commonplace feature in the society. Let's get back a bit at idea generation. I see a typo again. Oh my goodness, it drives me crazy. So, one paragraph equals one idea. I want this to get instilled in your memory. I want to solidify this in your brain, that one paragraph equals to one idea. Why? First of all, you simplify your own work. It's less work and less brain effort to come up with many ideas instead of just one, right? Second, you simplify the work of the examiner, because usually people don't think about examiners when they're writing. They don't think about the readers. They think about themselves. They're like, okay, I must write in the most sophisticated vocabulary with the most complex grammar so that I can be the king of this essay. Do you feel this? Like, this is this person thinking about them. They're not thinking about the reader. When in fact, when you're writing something, the main person you are thinking about is your reader. How easy it is to read your essay. How clear your point is. How logical your paragraphs are. How good the structure of your essay is. These are the questions you must ask yourself. So this is why having one idea per paragraph is so important, because it helps to take your essays to the next level. The basic principles of essays and of idea generation is this. Quantity of ideas is not created. We see another typo here. I am sorry, guys. It's not if, it's is. Quantity of ideas is not graded. You're not expected to have many ideas in your paragraph. No one tells you to pack 5 ideas into the paragraph. No, this is not the case. In fact, again, going back here, one idea per one paragraph is the best solution you can go for, because the reader will not be misled by your paragraphs. It will be easy for the reader to understand what you're trying to say, and it will be easy for you to create the logical sequencing of explanation and example. Because imagine if you have like 5 different ideas in one paragraph, and then you try to explain every single one of them and give examples, and then just one paragraph looks like a whole essay, which is wrong, right? And this is why people tend to write many ideas and then back up just 2 of them, and 3 other ideas are just left hanging without no attention, and the examiner gives you band 5 because you didn't fully answer the question. Do not overcomplicate ideas, please. If you have a simple and straightforward idea, go for it. That's great. So a good way of generating ideas is to think, okay, what my mom has to say on this. For example, your essay topic is climate change. Ask yourself, what my mom has to say on climate change? What do my friends talk about when it comes to the weather? What kind of chats do we have when we are sitting, drinking tea, having a cake, and someone goes, oh, you know, it has become much warmer recently. It's actually very hot. And someone else says, yes, you're right. It's so hot that my uncle lost his crops and his agricultural farming. And then here it is. You have ideas already here. You can talk about the causes that the climate change caused the heat in our atmosphere and on Earth, and then you can talk about the results that farmers and agricultural industries have lost a lot of land and a lot of crops and a lot of harvest because of this, right? You already see clear ideas. They are very simple, they are very basic and straightforward, but this is the success approach to your essay, because if you overcomplicate your ideas, you will unfortunately spend too much time on thinking about them and to trying to come up with correct vocabulary and difficult grammar, and then you end up writing a complete mess and score like band 4 or band 5. So doesn't really make any sense. Do you need to include a concluding sentence in the end of each paragraph? No, you have your conclusion as a separate paragraph for that. We will come to the conclusion in the end of this lesson. Quality of your ideas is not graded as well. So quantity is not graded, quality is not graded. Your ideas overall must be just relevant. Don't try to categorize ideas and say that some are poor and some are great. No, it doesn't work like this. It's impossible to have a poor idea and a great idea. All ideas are great as long as they are relevant. Your sole criterion must be the relevance of your ideas to the question. Ask yourself whether my argument and my idea is relevant to what is asked. If yes, then you're good to go. A question to you. What is graded when it comes to ideas? I have just said it. I hope you remember. I have just said it on the previous slide. Please answer, everyone who remembers what I've said on the previous slide. What is graded when it comes to ideas? Quality is not graded. Quantity is not graded. But what is then graded in IELTS essays? Manpreet says you're the only one who recommends us to write thesis statement in the introduction. I don't really understand what you mean. There is no thesis statement in the introduction. We just answer the question in the introduction, and that's the right way to do it. And if you think I'm the only one, who does not recommend, you contradict yourself. I'm sorry. I don't understand what you mean. So what is graded when it comes to ideas? I just have said that on the previous slide. Writing style. Well, writing style is not an idea, right? It's not connected to ideas. It's connected to your writing, to your language. Joyce says relevant ideas are graded. Yes, relevance. Relevance is graded. How relevant your ideas are. This is the only thing that is graded in IELTS essays. Exactly. How relevant your ideas and arguments are. This is the only thing you should think about. Just have one idea per paragraph, make it very relevant, and expand it fully. Let's look at the band descriptors. So here is a screenshot from the official band descriptors. Task response. Let's look at the band 9. It says, presents a fully developed position in answer to the... Okay, I'm done. Again, presents a fully developed position in answer to the question with relevant, fully extended and well-supported ideas. What does this mean? It means that you have one central idea per paragraph that answers the question, and it is explained and backed by examples, right? It is well supported. It means there are examples to support it. Okay? So band 9 is when you have one core idea per paragraph. That idea is relevant, it answers the question, and this idea is explained. It is also supported by examples. What happens at band 8? Well, we see relevant, extended, and supported ideas. This is pretty much the same, except there might be some inconsistencies. So people sometimes forget to give an example, or people sometimes forget to make the example relevant to an idea. It's a bit tangential, but not very relevant. You know, it's a subtle difference between band 9 and band 8. Then at band 7, it reads that the candidate presents, extends, and supports main ideas, but there may be a tendency to overgeneralize, or supporting ideas may lack focus. Do you see that? At band 7, your ideas lack focus and you overgeneralize. This is what happens when you clutter your essay with many different ideas. So, what does that mean? I'm trying to translate this difficult language of the band descriptors to the normal language of our day-to-day life. It means that you have several ideas per paragraph, and they're not precise, they're not connected properly, they are too general, too vague, not very relevant to the question. What happens at band 6? Well, at band 6, the candidate presents relevant main ideas, but some may be inadequately developed or unclear. This is exactly what happens when you try to pack many ideas in a paragraph, and then some of them don't have explanations because you don't have time to explain all of the 10 ideas that you listed. There are no examples to some ideas. Ideas are not connected to each other because they're just random. You just came up with something and very quickly wrote it in the paragraph. There is no logical progression. So this is what happens at band 6. So again, let's look at this band descriptor and understand that at band 9, you have one central idea per paragraph that answers the question. It is very relevant. It is explained and well supported by examples. This is what you should be aiming at. Is this clear? Please ask any questions that you might have about this particular slide. Because I think it's very important to go back to the source, to the official band descriptor, and to understand what they are expecting from us. Any questions about that? Are you convinced that it's better to have one idea per paragraph? Okay, let's look at some examples. So the ideal result is when there is one relevant idea per body paragraph with explanations why you think so and examples when and how this happened. You can also optionally add a prediction for the future. If you like this slide, if you have an insight on this slide into how exactly you will write the next essay, if this slide helps you to understand how to structure your body paragraphs better, then take a photo, upload it to your Instagram and tag me. This is the only way I can see that you guys enjoy particular slides, and it's very important for me that I can see what exactly you like, because I can't really do it in any other way, and the Instagram stories help me. Okay, let's look at the example. We have the same topic. In contemporary society, everyone should have equal opportunities in education. Therefore, universities should accept equal numbers of male and female students in every subject. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Again, what the idea can be here? Well, the idea is that we already introduced it in our introduction. The first idea is that the economy improves. When there is equality in education, the economy improves. Why? Because there is more versatility in workforce. And we can back it up with the example of the US, where they have men and women in politics, in business, and how this helps their economy to improve. Again, very basic, very easy idea, and one core idea per paragraph. This is how I write about it. So the first thesis statement, the first thesis sentence. One advantage of universities opening doors to men and women at the same scale is the long-term economic growth. Okay, and then I explain this. Indeed, numbers in different national economies show a positive trends because of increased versatility among new graduates, which allows for better decision making. This is a positive trend, of course, not trends. We cannot use the indefinite article with the plural, but again, that's a typo, I'm sorry. And then we have an example, right? We back it up with the example of the US. The US is a booming economy. It has adopted the gender diversity policy at different levels, which contributed to more balanced national management since women represent a harmonizing view on business or political matters. There is some high-level vocabulary that you might take down, but the ideas are very simple. There is a difference between a simple idea and a sophisticated vocabulary. They are not the same thing. The idea might be very basic, but then the vocabulary you use might be on a different level. The first topic sentence. There is more on the topic sentences, of course, in the Rocket IELTS course, because this is a big topic. In fact, it's difficult to explain the topic sentences approach in just one hour and a half lesson. So there is much more on that in the Rocket IELTS course, and this is the most important part of your body paragraph, to start it off correctly, to have like a very straightforward topic sentence that introduces your position at the beginning. Another example. Today more people are overweight than ever before. Our second task. What in your opinion are the primary causes of this, and what measures can be taken? Well, in this body paragraph, my idea is the same as I wrote in the introduction. I repeat my idea. One primary reason of people's tendency to put on weight is the common availability of processed food that is extremely easy to cook and eat, but it is saturated with fats, and this is saturated with typos, which is shameful. Okay, the reason is that the ready-to-eat food industry is booming because inhabitants of big cities lead exceedingly busy lives, prioritizing the time of cooking food over its healthiness, right? It's very important that people are more and more busy currently, and this is why for them to save time is more important to save health. And the example, I say that, for example, a young working mother of 2 goes for a pre-prepared pizza because it's much easier to cook than starting a dish from scratch. This is a very basic example. We have such examples in our daily lives. We see our mother, sister, a friend, anyone else who does the same thing. And this is again a very basic example that translates in a great way to this task. And then you just repeat the same pattern for the body paragraph 2 and you are good. Okay, but before we jump to the conclusion, and this is a bit of a funny slide because we have this idiom to jump into conclusions, which means to be quick at finalizing your view when maybe you don't know everything. But here, before we jump to the conclusion and start talking about how to structure a conclusion, I want to take a second and say that, okay, we have now looked at the writing task to structure, the general structure. We have looked into how to generate ideas and why basic ideas are more important than overly sophisticated ones. We have talked about the grading criteria, but there is much more to it. Like it's literally such a small piece of information that we have talked about right now, and it's still very interesting. It still took a lot of time, right? Because it's something that is not that easy to master without a trainer. And so the Rocket IELTS course really covers everything there is to know about IELTS, because we cover all the 4 IELTS modules. We have modules with vocabulary, the high-level vocabulary specifically for the test. We have practice with a native speaker, where you practice your speaking weekly in video calls. We have detailed feedback to all of your speaking and writing. We have sample answers to writing and speaking for Band 7 Plus. We grade essays for you. We do mock tests with you, and we give lots of motivation and support. Like, this is really one-stop solution for everything there is to prepare for IELTS in one course. So this is why, if we have just tapped on this whole huge module of writing, then the Rocket IELTS course definitely covers everything. And we start the next intake on July the 5th. The duration of the course is 8 weeks, and during that 8 weeks you will learn how to skyrocket your results. Because here is, for example, Nadia. She's from Russia. She took one of the previous intakes, took part in one of the previous intakes, and look at that, her mock test went from the overall 6 to the overall 7, and specifically her writing went from 6 to 7 in just 8 weeks. This is incredible. Then we have Huda from Egypt, who actually joined my WSE community team after she finished the Rocket IELTS course. She now works with me on a team, which is amazing. And her progress results were incredible. Like, she jumped from overall 7 to overall 8 in just 8 weeks. I'm super proud of her. Her writing also jumped from 6 to 7. Amazing. Rudra says, I'm not good with speaking. What do I do? You do practice with a native speaker on the Rocket IELTS course and learn the specific structure of your answers, how to use vocabulary, how to talk about different topics, and use your grammar correctly as well. And then we have Surayo. She's from Kazakhstan. She also jumped from overall 6 to overall 7, and again her writing jumped from 6 to 7. I love these examples of these girls that took the course, because all of them went from 6 to 7 in writing, and all of them scored +1 band score on the second mock test. Which is just phenomenal, and I'm very proud. And this is the result that you can also get, obviously, once you finish the course. And this is how we work with every student to ensure there are very, very clear results. And now it's a great timing to ask questions about the course. We will go back to the lesson. We will go back to how to write the conclusion of the IELTS essay in a couple of minutes. But before that, you have some time to ask questions about the Rocket IELTS course. I will now guide you through it a little bit more, because during the course you will follow a very clear preparation trajectory that I give you. It is aimed at 7+ band score. There are more than 50 unique video lessons. You will not find these video lessons anywhere on my YouTube channel. They are not public. They are very unique just for the students of the Rocket IELTS course. There is lots of very high level theory. And then you get all the necessary information. You get 4 IELTS modules explained in detail with examples. You get 4 blocks, huge blocks of vocabulary for the test from authentic sources like The Economist, the National Geography, etc. You know what to do on the test day and after. And much, much, much more. Like, this is literally a one-stop solution. You get to practice speaking with another course member, or with me, or with Matthew Edwards. Matthew is a native speaker from the UK, and he's also a part of our incredible team, and he will be the person that you will be practicing your speaking with if you buy one of the packages with speaking with him. And this is such an incredible opportunity to talk to a native speaker every single week before your IELTS test, and this just takes your speaking skills to the next level. It helps you speak easily, it helps you to improve your accent, lots and lots and lots of benefits. We also break down the anatomy of IELTS essays, like here today on this lesson, but of course on a much bigger scale. We work on all the 4 assessment criteria. Today we only worked on the task achievement. We improve grammar and vocabulary a lot, and we use Band 9 model essays to perfect your writing, because it is possible to write great essays, and I show in the course how exactly to do it, and I give you lots of feedback. I forgot the word feedback. Give you lots of feedback, give you lots of guidance, help and assistance throughout this journey. And then you also clearly see your improvements along the way, because we track each student's progress from the beginning until the end. In the beginning you take a mock test, and then in the end you take a mock test. You compare them and you see how much you've improved, which is my favorite part, because everyone improves a lot. And then of course you get detailed breakdown of your mistakes and strategies for improvement, as we will carefully assess your writing and speaking tasks, and no one will be left behind. No one will be, just doing something they're doing without any help. No, everyone gets assistance, everyone gets feedback, improvement and help. Okay, how cool is that? I think this is just phenomenal. I don't see any other IELTS course like this on the market, and I'm sure that my course really helps to score Band 7 at the first attempt, and you will not lose your time, your money and your efforts on retaking the test, because unfortunately the majority of people fail their IELTS test at the first attempt, which is very, very sad. But my course is designed to change this, and with every new intake we definitely help people to perform better. Now we are jumping back to the conclusion. We will be talking about conclusion in IELTS essays, how to structure it and what to write there. If you have any questions about the Rocket IELTS course, then definitely ask them. And remember, there will be a discount code at the end to the Rocket IELTS course for everyone who participates in the current lesson. So in conclusion, you summarize your answers and you summarize your arguments. This is basically what you do. It is a summary of what you wrote. There must be nothing new. Everything else that you've written before will be summarized and reiterated here again. So, for example, below you see a typical structure of your conclusion. You say, to conclude, then state your position or give your main answer, then say because, argument 1 and argument 2. This is the general structure of how you can write a conclusion. How will you check our writing tasks? Well, I get writing tasks from you, and we correct all the grammar, all the vocabulary. We give you band scores on the Band 9 scale using the official band descriptors, and we return you back the essay with lots of comments on what exactly to improve and how to make that next step to write a better essay. For us it's very important to give thorough corrections and very detailed feedback, because we understand how much that means, because every feedback is something that really helps people move forward and progress. Okay, so this is the framework of a conclusion. Let's see the basic principle. Well, as I have already said many times today, you just restate your ideas many times, like me. Just restate it many times throughout your essay. You say your ideas in the introduction, then you have them in your body paragraph, then you have them in the conclusion. Introduction, paragraphs, conclusion, everything has the same ideas restated in a different manner. That's the basic principle of a good, solid writing task to essay. So do we have to send pics of our essays on WhatsApp or mail. No, we use a cutting-edge online platform. You will get access to our online platform with the course, with all the videos, with all the tasks. You will do interactive tests there. You will do all the IELTS tasks there on the platform, and you will write essays there as well. We don't use any WhatsApp pictures. No, we have a very solid, high-level online platform that you can use from your phone. You can use it from your desktop. You can use it whenever you are, wherever you are. Just go online, log in, and study. Farhan says, next month my general training IELTS exam. Is it possible for me? I'm going to UK. Please reply me. I don't know what band score is possible for you because I don't know your level. I'm sorry, I have no idea. Okay, now over to you. Like we said that you restate your ideas many times during the essay. Do you think this is okay or not? What's your position on this? Would you feel comfortable restating and reiterating your ideas many times in the essay or not? What do you think? Because for me, at first, it was not very obvious. I thought, okay, but why am I repeating the same things so many times? But then it all started to make complete sense, because only repeating your ideas helps you to boost your coherence and cohesion. That's basically the main point of it, because your essay becomes more coherent. And you do that, of course, using paraphrasing. That's the biggest clue. Of course, you are not repeating the same stuff again and again and again. No, you are restating your opinion in different ways. See what we did. We gave the opinion in the introduction because we answered the direct question. Then we gave our opinion, again, the same one, in the body paragraph. Because I'm sorry, I'm just distracted by the chat. Again, okay, I will start over. So we give an idea, an answer in the introduction, then we restate the same idea, the same answer in the body paragraph. We kind of open it up, we give more explanation to this, more evidence, more examples, and then we summarize what we said in the conclusion. So the ideas stay the same. It will be quite bad for your essay if you add many different ideas that just are not correlated anyhow, and the whole essay is a mess. You just have 250 words. That's not a lot. That's perfectly okay for like for 2 ideas, but not 4. So this is why it's totally okay to restate your position, but make sure you do that in different words. In this way, when restating your position many times, you make sure that the question is fully answered. You don't have any unanswered parts of the question, and this is the high score in task achievement. You also show the richness of your vocabulary, because you will have to obviously tell the same thing with the different words many times, and this is where you show your lexical resource. Then you add the logical progression to your ideas, and this adds to your coherence and cohesion, because you use referencing, you use substitution, and all of these tools that help boost your coherence and cohesion. The basic principle of conclusion is that the examiner reads only the conclusion and understands the whole essay. Like, this is the point of conclusion. You have to write it so that if the examiner reads only the conclusion, they have a full picture of the essay. They understand your answers, they understand your arguments. This is what must be written in the conclusion, and if you write it in a correct manner, then the examiner will understand what the whole essay is about by just looking at the conclusion. So let's look at an example. Again, we have the same topic, obese people, I'm sorry, not obese people, equal opportunities in education, the same topic. So remember what we said in our body paragraph 1 and in the introduction. We said that we agreed fully with this position. We agreed that universities should accept equal numbers of males and females. And so we have to restate it again. We have to repeat that again in different words. So this is what we do. To conclude, it is my firm conviction that universities should attempt to even out the number of male and female students. This is your own position. You reiterate and restate your answer, where in the introduction you said that you fully agree. Here you say that this is your firm conviction that they should even out the numbers, which means accept equal numbers of males and females, right? Then we have to restate our arguments. Remember what our arguments were. We talked about the boost in economy, and we talked about females having more versatile and saturated lives. These were our arguments, and we have to restate them again here, but in a different manner with different words. And this is what I write. This is mainly because such attention to diversification in business, politics, and society gives a boost to the national economy, as well as it makes it easier for women to build more versatile and fulfilled lives, having uncovered more possibilities with a higher education degree. So this is basically the same stuff, completely identical ideas. We just rewrite it in a different manner. And this is how we will get the highest band score in task achievement and coherence and cohesion, because we developed the question fully. It is backed up with examples. It is fully supported by arguments throughout the whole essay. We don't deviate from it to other random ideas and arguments. What do we have here? We have a phrasal verb, to even out. We are talking about lexical resource. We have we show the rich vocabulary. It is my firm conviction that it's a very nice phrase. It's much more interesting than just to say I fully agree. You can just say it is my firm conviction that blah blah blah. Write it down if this is a new phrase for you. And then when we were stating the arguments, I used a very complex sentence with a gerund. We paraphrased a lot, but also we used a complex sentence. And this is something that contributes to your grammar range band score as well. Another example, obese, overweight people. So remember, we have two questions here. What is your opinion on the primary causes of obesity, and what measures can be taken? So we restate again our answers. We say, to reiterate, in my opinion, the major cause of the world population increasingly getting fat is convenience food that is readily available to a modern citizen, right? This is exactly what we said in introduction, but just paraphrased in a different manner. Next question that we answer. The danger of such food is that it is low in nutrition and high in fats, which leads to quick obesity. Okay, very straightforward, very clear, very simple. We use the same idea in different words. And then we restate the second answer, because we have to say what measures should be taken. We say, to cope with this health threat, businesses can take care of ordering wholesome food to corporate headquarters or introduce benefit programs that encourage employees who take part in sports. Again, same stuff, different wording. What do we do for coherence here? We use linking phrases like to reiterate. We use referencing like such food, this health threat. Again, this is referencing. The danger, again, referencing. It improves your coherence. We also have some collocations here, like readily available, or to take care of something, or wholesome food, or to take part in something. This is all collocations, and they are a great addition to your essay as long as they are used in the correct context. That's very correct context. I'm sorry. That's very, very important. And we have looked through the structure of your essay. Now, let's talk about how to think of these ideas, because in the reality, thinking of ideas is very easy. Because you just get to simplify the task. When you see a very difficult task that you don't understand, you are intimidated, you are afraid, you don't know what to say, what to write, try to simplify it. Ask a question as a child would ask it, and you will for sure find ideas in your native language. Also, I want you to change the attitude, because some people say, oh, I'm Russian, I don't know anything about that, or I'm Indian, we don't really use that in our society, so I don't know what to say. Or someone says, well, I'm Brazilian, we are not accustomed to this, I don't know what to write. Or change this attitude. You already know a lot. Don't lower your confidence or your abilities, because they are already there in your brain, and you speak another language that already puts you onto another level. You're already higher than the majority of people in this world who don't speak two languages, and you do, which is very, very important. Here are two examples. I will not pause on them right now. You can read them when you get this slide deck, because I will, in the end of this lesson, I will show how to get this slide deck if you want to work with it on your own. Here I show how to come up with ideas for different types of essays, and you can read it on your own and understand what the approach is, because my approach is simplification. So, what I really want you to understand is that with my step-by-step system, where I systematize all of that huge, vast knowledge that there is to know about IELTS, you will boost your IELTS skills. You will boost your self-confidence in just 8 weeks with lots of practice and feedbacks on the Rocket IELTS course. You will be surrounded by like-minded people, which is very important, with constant motivation and support. You will not be alone. You will not be left abandoned somewhere trying to pass the test on your own. No, you will have friends, you will have mentors, you will have trainers, UK-based native speaker who will help you achieve the target score you have. And of course, win gifts. We have 2 gifts, the 2-month Netflix subscription and the 2-month Audible subscription. We give these gifts to the best students in every intake so that they can further progress in English. They can watch something in English, listen to something in English, and become even better English speakers. This is what we give to our students in the end of the course. So what I prepared for you is this. I prepared for you a master package where you learn everything about 4 IELTS modules and how to tackle them, how to score band 7 in each of them. Like today, you get 4 vocabulary modules where you learn how to improve your vocabulary, what words to use, how to improve the lexical resource from the authentic sources, and we give these authentic sources to you. Then we have more modules, additional ones, on how to behave at the test date. You get homework checks, you get mock tests and placement tests to understand your level, you get 12 video calls with trainers, you get writing and speaking evaluation, model answers for writing and speaking, a certificate of completion, you get closed chat groups to ask questions, you get the participation in the game to win Netflix or Audible subscription, you also get your own VIP chat group with 24/7 support and a final mock test discussion with me when you're done with the course, and when you want maybe to ask some more questions on the final mock test, we will discuss it with you and build your own trajectory to improvement. Then there is the trainee package, where you do not get the VIP chat group and you do not get a final mock test discussion with me, and there is a self-study package. In the self-study package, you get only homework checks for the automatic tasks on the platform. You will not get any feedback on your writing or speaking, unfortunately, but in the self-study, you don't have to wait to the next intake. You can start whenever you want. So what prices are? Many people asked about the prices. The master package, that is the fullest package with lots of feedback, lots of help, more than 50 unique lessons on a cutting-edge online platform with a native speaker, costs $230 US, but there will be a discount for you guys. The next package, the trainee package, costs $190 US, and the self-study package costs only $90 US, which is good, but for some people it might seem a bit too expensive. So this is why, for the first time in our history, we decided to break the master package payments into 3 installments, into 3 payments. So you only pay $77 US 3 times, and 77 is even lower than the smallest self-study package. Like, this is incredible. You get the master package for only $77 US. I would run for this opportunity, because this gives you the possibility to get band 7 at the IELTS test at the first attempt, and then open the whole world for yourself without wasting a lot of money. This is the trainers of the course. We have me, we have Matthew, we have more people joining the team. We have more IELTS trainers joining the team to help you guys progress and to help you score 7 at the first attempt. I think this is already lots of good news, but if you want even more, I do have a big announcement to make, and that is that I'm ready to give you 20% discount for everyone from this live session. 20% to every single one of you if you want to participate in the Rocket IELTS course. No one else will have this discount except for you, because you will know the promo code. So that means the master package will cost only $184 US. The trainee package costs only $152 US, and the self-study cost only $72 US. And that's it. That's 20% off. And remember, the master package, you can break the price into 3 payments and pay only $61 US. What? This is incredibly cheap, guys. Like, the value you are getting in the master package is something else. It's a humongous package with so many tasks, so much analysis of writing and speaking, with lots of feedback, with a native speaker call every week, with closed chat groups, with homework check. I mean, oh my goodness. And that's only $61 US. That's the first time we are doing this, and you are the only people who know this. I have not told this to anyone else, and you can take the places right now following the link in the description. You can book yourself a place. We start on July the 5th. Next Monday. This is the start of the course. You can join during the next week. It's still possible to join. And I mean, this is just incredible. Only $61 US, and you get the best master package. So find the link in the description box of this video, or just type the Rocket course on my wsecommunity.com website, and this is where you will find all the information. And your promo code for the 20% off is Live July. Just input Live July in the form when you're paying and you're good to go. You will see your price decreasing. And again, this is a secret promo code that I give only to you guys. No one else knows about this. No one else has this opportunity, only you, because you've come this far and you're very energized and dedicated. You know that you need this test. You know that you're going to succeed in life thanks to IELTS. Again, we start on July the 5th, and that's going to be your next achievement in 2021. That's going to be your next big step that will lead you to study abroad, to work abroad, to incredible future abroad without wasting money and time and effort on retaking the test, because you will ace it at the first attempt. Now, there is a secret phrase to get this slide deck. You can send me on my Instagram or on Telegram. I have the same ID, D St. Martin, a direct message with this code phrase, space gift. Just text me space gift and I will send you back this slide deck so that you can read it thoroughly, and it is worthy of reading because we analyzed a lot of essays here. We analyzed lots of vocabulary, grammar, task achievement, coherence and cohesion, and I understand that it might be a bit overwhelming at the first time, but definitely get the gift and work with the slide deck after the lesson. And now it's time to answer your questions. I'm done for today. It's been almost 2 hours of straight talking, and it's now time to answer your questions. If you have any questions about the IELTS test or the Rocket IELTS course, then just let me know in the chat and I will be happy to help. Oh, oops. I will take a moment to breathe. You're welcome guys. I'm happy that you are here with me today. So, any questions about IELTS preparation, about my journey to the IELTS success, about what doors IELTS opened to me, what doors can it open to you, I don't know, about the Rocket IELTS course as well. Which IELTS will be better, paper-based or computer-based? I always go for the paper-based, but that's just a matter of preference. They created the two options to make it more fitting to you guys. Some people prefer writing by hand, some people prefer typing. So they're a client-oriented company, you know, the British Council. So they want you to have more options, so you can choose whatever is more suitable and also habitual for you, because I like writing by hand more than typing. Could we use phrases in writing task? Yes, you can. And if you go back in this slide deck, you will see how collocations are used. You cannot use idioms like "it's raining cats and dogs" because it's hilarious. No one talks like this. British and American people do not use this idiom anymore. It's a very outdated old idiom and it's just not natural. So such idioms cannot be used. But collocations with proper context, proper tone can definitely be used. My level now is B1. Can I achieve in 40 days about 7+? You see, that really depends on you. I give you all the tools, all the knowledge to achieve this level. You must be working on the general English level alongside with the IELTS test, because the IELTS test just shows you what level you have. If you go to the test with B1, you will see that you get B1. if you go to the test with B2, you will see that you score B2. I mean, IELTS just shows you what your current level is. It's impossible to fail IELTS. It just shows you where you're at in terms of your English level. So in order to progress from B1 to Band 7, which is C1, that's 2 levels, you must work a lot on the general level of your language, which many people take more time than 40 days. Can you use ameliorate in speaking? Yes, you can in proper context. Ameliorate is not a direct synonym of to improve. It is a tangential synonym. They work as synonyms in some context, but in some they don't. So before you use the word, definitely look it up in the dictionary, in which context it's okay and in which it's not. Can we use our own experience in IELTS writing? Why not? No one cares what kind of examples you use. As long as they are correct in terms of grammar and vocabulary, great. No one cares if they are from the real life or if you made them up. It doesn't really matter. How about the time difference of students for group calls and live classes in the Rocket course? Students choose the timing that works the best for them. So everyone votes on the best timing, and we choose the timing that is fitting and suitable for everyone. Don't worry, you will not be left out. We keep intakes very, very small so that everyone can sync with other course members, and it just like that, very easy. Everyone just chooses the time that works best for them. Which one do you prefer to take IELTS from, IDP or British Council? I don't see any difference between them. They are both authorized IELTS operators, and that's it. There is no difference between them. Could you give me a brief advice about improving general English? By the way, I'm sorry, I'm jumping to another question. Kahramon, I have already answered this question under one of my videos because you also commented that not only here but also under, I think, the writing tips video, and I have already given you the same answer. It's very weird that you don't remember that. Okay. Devlat, could you give me a brief advice about improving general English? Of course, the general English improvement entails work on grammar. You must understand what else there is in terms of grammar, except for what you already know. Learn new tenses, learn new constructions, structures, endings, anything there is, like articles, for example. So because the grammar is the building blocks of the language, this is what you must know to speak a language, and if you want to progress in your level, you must progress in grammar accordingly. And then, of course, parallel to grammar, you have vocabulary. You're expanding your vocabulary with collocations, with topic-specific words, so that you can maintain a conversation on different topics, and you work on your pronunciation as well, on the fluency, on the intonation that you have, etc., etc. It's a very complex work, very multilateral. Okay, any other questions? I don't see any more questions. I want to remind you guys that the promo code for the Rocket IELTS course is Live July, and you can just enter that when you pay for the course, and your price will be dropped by 20%. And don't forget that for the master package, we, for the first time ever, introduce the break of the price into 3 payments, which is absolutely phenomenal. We have not done this before ever, and I hope it will help people score higher, because people who cannot afford paying $184 can pay in small installments. Are you a native? No, I'm not. I'm Russian. My first language is Russian. My second language is Ukrainian. My third language is English. but I needed the IELTS test to study for free at the best business school of Eastern Europe, and the whole education there was in English for the master's degree, so I had to take the test, and I had less than a month for preparation. So this is how I developed my own approach and my own system that helped me to score band 8 at the first attempt, and this system is used in the Rocket IELTS course to help everyone else score 7 and above at the first attempt, because it worked for me. I'm sure I see that it works for other people, so it will work for you as well. How many years you have been learning English for this result? I think around 6 years, but with different pace. Sometimes I was very sluggish and lazy and slow. Sometimes, like in my last month before IELTS, I was like a rocket. This is why I have the Rocket IELTS course, by the way, because I had less than a month. I had to jump from B2 to almost C2. That's just a lot of work. And I was working non-stop. So yeah, that was a long journey, but a very interesting one, for sure. And then I got a job in Germany because I studied in the best business school of Switzerland. Again, thanks to IELTS, everything for free. I have never paid for my education, even abroad. And I got a job offer in business consulting in Germany, in Munich or Düsseldorf. No, I think it was Düsseldorf, yeah. And then I got an even better job offer in the digital department of the biggest Russian oil and gas company. So, I mean, the career just skyrocketed, and everything thanks to IELTS. Thanks for answer, but I have one more question. How is study? Great. I have just spilled water on myself. How fabulous. Okay, I'm gonna pretend nothing happened. And you don't see that. The question. Thanks for answers, but I have one more question. How study plan did you use on your preparation on your last month? I gave the study plan on the Rocket IELTS course. That's it. Come to the course and you'll get my plan. How much you have to pay for this course? Here are the prices with the 20% off. If you use the secret promo code from this live stream, you can get 20% off. And for the master package, you can break your payment into 3 payments and only pay $61 to start, which is even less than the self-study package that is the smallest one. Crazy. Yeah, these are the prices with the promo code. And hopefully I will see many of you on the Rocket IELTS course, because this course changes lives. I mean, the IELTS test has changed my life so much. And I have rented, by the way, just now, this expensive apartment in a business class building in Moscow, because I moved to Moscow yesterday. And I have a great career and a very high-paying job. Thanks to IELTS, this test has just opened so many opportunities and so many acquaintances, people, job offers, study abroad, all of that great stuff. And I'm sure you also have a plan for yourself, a vision. You also have this dream in your head of where IELTS will take you in the future. And I really want to help you. I really want to be the person who becomes, who helps you to become an IELTS superhero, so that you can score band 7 and above at the first attempt and then open the whole world before you. This is my dream and my mission to help as many people as possible to fulfill their fullest potential and to achieve what they want. Okay. No questions. I don't see any other questions. if there are no IELTS related questions, let's wrap it up. I remind you that the link to the course is in the description. You can go to the website, you can read in detail how it is structured, you can watch a video on how the platform works that we use. The video is on my YouTube channel and on the website as well. And yeah, that is going to be your next great adventure and your next big achievement in 2021 if you join the course with me. I will wait for a couple more minutes for questions, and if I don't see any, then we will close it off. No questions. No questions. Okay, then let's close it off. Oh, a question about the course duration. The course lasts for 8 weeks, and you can read more on its structure on the website. Yeah. Thank you so much for this live stream. Thank you, Elena, for coming. I loved it. Honestly, it was such a good work. And yeah, I will see you next time. Text me on Instagram, text me on Telegram. I'm active everywhere. Ask me questions about IELTS, about the course. We have the day 3 of the IELTS writing bootcamp tomorrow, by the way, and we have a voice chat, a group call with all the participants as well. So that's gonna be incredible. So thank you so much, and let's wrap it up. I will